Hey, what's up guys? Cole GZ. Today I wanted to just, for this video, I want to go over our I'll just call it our microbait series we carry in our shop. You could go and buy on our website. I'm going to do a little bit extra. I have some old style stuff here that we just have sitting around, but we're going to focus on your 4-inch and 5-inch size lures. So I'm talking about skirt saddle size, so which would be a Blue Ocean 102 or 202. And like a Yamashita 4-inch, those kind of size lures. So again, I'm gonna go over what we have in stock and then just kind of talk briefly about it. So primarily what you're focusing on here, you know, your smaller pelagics, like maybe up to a mahi, but smaller tunas, skipjack, that kind of thing, mackerel, albacore, just small species baits that we look for. And we just released a large batch of Coggin Lures Peanuts, and so we just thought it was a good opportunity to talk about these. So over here on my left, these two rows right here, these are all of our Peanut series. Pretty much Steve Coggin, he's the best route of getting a small microbait if you're looking for one. There's very few guys that still make them because of they're time consuming to pour these small lures plus polishing them and everything like that. So most people focus a lot on your larger size lures in particular, but Steve Coggin, he's got a ton of shapes that he calls within his Peanut series that would target these species very, very well. So to my left, the far left, this one's technically not called part of the Peanut series, but this is a 5-inch size lure. This is called the pencil stick swimmer. So this is an old style swimmer bait with, again, Blue Ocean 202 or 5-inch size skirt saddles. So, and we would usually even trim those down quite a bit. This is just the length that Blue Ocean supplies them in, so we keep them that till we ship them out or let you guys trim them to your length. But we have the Blue Ocean, or we have the Peanut stick swimmer. Just below that, we have what is called the Peanut stick bullet. So kind of with the Peanut stick, what that means is that it's just a longer nose to it. So this is a very long nose bullet. And just below that, this is the Peanut tube. Long nose tube, tube shaped, flat face lure. So if you like that tube shape, this is a very small tube. That'll work great for that. And then we have a Peanut pusher, short nosed, kind of a tube shape, really flat, small taper at the end, but very short nose bait called the Peanut pusher. Maui Peanut. This is a micro version of the Maui plunger. Sorry, I just stumbled with my words. The Maui plunger, which is like a 14-inch size, heavy reverse tapered plunger shape. This is called the Maui Peanut. This is a 5-inch version. And again, this whole series right here, I'd call these the 5-inch Peanuts. This one is the Peanut SP bullet. So it's kind of a flat bullet shape on top, pointed nose, fairly long bullet shape, but kind of a traditional bullet. So Peanut SP bullet. And then lastly, this is the Peanut stick, which is the 5-inch version of that series. We'll go over here in a second, but we have some baby Peanut sticks and such. But it's kind of just a slanted nose, forward tapered lure. Not a lot of heavy taper to it, but it's just a slanted bait, again with 5-inch size skirts. And then with the 4-inch Peanuts, we have what is called the Peanut dart. This is a very slender nose on that, but these take 4-inch Yamashita skirts or Blue Ocean 102 size. Then we have next the Peanut swimmer, a much smaller version, at least the nose size of that swimmer that I showed you, the pencil stick swimmer. So this is just a short nose swimmer. I have two right here. This is called the Tato Loihi Peanut, which is kind of got that Maui plunger, Maui Peanut shape design to it. This is the Tato shape. So the Tato shape, if you're familiar with it, a lot of heavy front and forward taper to it. With all of his Tatos, he takes that base Tato shape, and he can make a scoop out of it. He can make a slant or a pusher out of it, which is just a slight angled nose to it. He can do inverted nose with just straight invert with basically flat but inverted with Jetson on those. But on his Peanuts, he focuses on a scoop shape and a slanted nose shape. So that's called the Tadaloihi peanut. That's, again, it's a 4-inch size bait. And then I have in front of me 2 peanut stick versions. This is called just the baby peanut stick, which we've carried quite a bit in the past and sold a lot of these. Again, it's a 4-inch size lure. We skirted this one in some strobes, TTS strobes, but Yamashita 4-inch skirts, Blue Ocean 102 size. Those fit that really well. And it just pretty much has a forward taper to it. And then the last one, these are very similar, but this one's called the baby peanut mini, or the mini baby peanut. This is the first time we have actually got these in before. It's the smallest peanut shape or smallest lure that Steve Coggin makes. We had a customer of ours that was looking for just basically the smallest version that he makes. He said it was about a 3-inch size lure, and come to find out, there was one that he hadn't really been sending us yet, and so we had him make a batch of those for us. They're very, very hard to get. He hasn't made these in decades, so excited to bring that one in. Again, that's called the Baby Peanut Mini. It still takes that 102 skirt size, but it's a little bit smaller than the regular peanut stick. And of course, all these you can just trim to the length that you want. If you're looking for a really short bait, you can trim it down, but this is pretty much as small as they come as far as lures go. Here are some other micro baits that we sell in our shop. This row right here is all of our Moyes lures, and I believe he's making maybe some additional shapes. We've been working on stuff. Andy's always coming up with new ideas and new stuff, but here I have what's called the Poon, and it is just basically a 5-inch bullet. These actually take that same 102 skirt size though, but it's got a little bit longer head to it. Here, I'll show you just kind of in comparison to like that peanut dart. You can see it's a little bit wider of a bullet shape to it. This has a lot of heavy front and forward taper on those bullets. And he sells them, and we offer them in hair as well as strobes or flashaboo or the Yamashita skirts that we carry. And then this, yeah, with the hair version, it's similar to his medium Ono bullets, similar to like, which I have here, like a Joe Shoots or Who Magic style hair, Islander style hair, very similar style. So anyway, that is the version with hair. And then we have the Tang. The Tang is the flat nose version. Again, these are Yamashita 4-inch skirts, and then we also put flashaboo strobes on them. But Tang is just a flat nose, round shaped lure. So that is from Moyes Lures. I have a few more lure manufacturers here. We've actually had quite a few from Koya Lures in the past, but we have not been able to get very many for a long time. So all I have left right now is this is a 4.5 bullet. We did this one in kind of a yellowfin pattern or root beer pattern almost. But this one is what he calls the Koya bullet, which is heavy reverse taper. He also makes a standard bullet, which is a forward tapered bullet. And then he's made some with jets in the past. I don't believe he has plans on making those anytime soon, but he's had some with jets in the past. And that kind of covers the Koyas. He's made a few other random shapes too, especially, man, there's one more. There's another micro one that he's made that we just don't have right now. I can't think off the top of my head. All right, next I have the Amaral Lures Baby Jararaca. So it's like a 5-inch bait. These are great for, again, smaller pelagics, mahi, and all that kind of stuff. These catch just about everything. I mean, heck, you'll catch a billfish with this if you troll it. But these lures they're a cut-faced lure, very easy to run. A lot of guys just love these. They're just, yeah, they're easy to run lures. Then I have the Marlin Magic Baby AP and Baby HSAP. I don't have any Baby APs in stock. They're going to be here fairly soon. But we have some HSAPs, which is the flat nose version. The Baby AP is the bullet point, the bullet nose. So these are awesome lures. We sell a ton of them. We just don't have any in stock right now. And then another one that we do carry, which is similar to the Poon with the hair or whatever. These are Who Magic's 1-ounce version. Their 1-ounce version is a similar kind of microbait. You can see the head size on this. This is just a black and purple one. So these lures from the Who Magics from Magic Tail Outfitters, that's a great microbait lure. The guys pretty much troll with, ballyhoo, or they use Ron Z tails or things like that. But those are great, and they're awesome at catching tuna. So that's the small size of those that he makes, again, from Magic Tail Outfitters. And then on my far right, these are just a bunch of random lures we've got from fishermen. Most of these are made in Hawaii. They're old school style lures. This is one this is a Fuda lure made by Tom Fuda. And I'm trying to remember what that shape design is called. The stinger, kind of a stinger style with the heavier front and reverse taper. Small little lure. And then we have some random unknown ones. This one is actually from, it just says Kaku. I'm not sure. I am not familiar with this brand. It says Kaku on it. And here's some random other small lures that we have. These kind of look a little bit like peanut sticks, but they're unmarked. This actually might be a peanut stick. I don't have the marking on it, a label. This says live skin on it. So anyway, they make a bunch of these random cool lures. This one is DH lure. So another small little micro bait. And then we have some more bullet shapes here. Okay, these things are pretty cool. These are unknown, from an unknown lure maker. Very old. This one looks like it's probably made in the 80s or below, or earlier than that. Here's another one, another bullet shapes. I do have a couple from Aloha. I know Aloha makes a few. He doesn't make them a lot anymore, but here's like a micro beauty, really small 4-inch beauty style lure. And then I can't remember the name of this thing. I was trying to look for it, but this is like a small little forward tapered lure from Aloha. And again, here's a couple other bullets. So these are just various lures that, these are on my right here. We don't carry them predominantly, but we do get some from time to time from fishermen, just in old stashes and things like that. But mostly these are consistent carries, that are consistent lures that we carry, our Magic Tail, our baby APs, baby Jararaca. The Koya bullets, again, hard to find now, but we do have a few left. Poons and Tangs from Moyes. And then, of course, the Peanut Series from Coggin. So if you're looking for small species, you will find these on our website. But hit us up with any questions. There are, like I said, there's a bunch of, if you go through history in particular, there's a bunch of manufacturers, a bunch of lure makers that have made these things in the past. There's guys that make them currently, but these are from the guys that we carry. This is what we have and what they make. So, all right, hope this is interesting to you. But again, hit us up with any questions, and we're going to try and get some content produced with just some little tips and things on these lures. We've done some with Jason Kunewa. They have Aloha makes a lure called the Flea, which is kind of a step up. It's a little bit size, kind of like these a little bit. It's not a tube shape, but it's a little bit step up. But we've gone over some of that information on just tips on rigging and what some of those guys do in Kona or Hawaii with rigging their small microbaits for meatfish. But yeah, we're going to try and get some more content out there. But please ask us questions, and we'd be happy to help you guys out if you're trying to learn how to do some of that stuff more. All right, that's what I got today. Appreciate you guys, and let us know if you have any questions. Like and subscribe on our YouTube channel. We're going to keep on rolling with this stuff, so appreciate it.